Ego is your mind's perception of yourself while you have been incarnated into a physical body. Who you think you are is basically a bunch of programs that you have created over the years through emotions and repetition of thoughts. You need to understand that the universe is mental. Everything exists within your mind. The mind's the root cause of all things. Hence why the word government. They govern your mind. Ment is mind. The programs within your subconscious mind manifest 90% of your behavior, thoughts, and actions on a daily basis. So in order to change your life, you need to access your subconscious mind and rewrite the programs. All of the systems in your body are being ran without your mind being conscious of it. This is because the subconscious mind is controlling all of the heartbeats, the breathing, and the digestive systems. This is how powerful the subconscious mind is. Every thought has an emotion attached to it. The stronger the emotion you feel, the more impression it has onto the subconscious. You reprogram the subconscious through repetition and emotion. If you want to learn more, you can get my book, The Book of Wisdom, or you can get the Manifestation Mastery course in my bio. Porn is free because you are the product. Releasing too much is causing you to become mineral deficient. So stop being a loser and repost my content to earn up to 50% commission on every sale. You can sell the Human Health Guide, Orgonite EMF protecting necklaces, and most famously, the Book of Wisdom. The Book of Wisdom comes in French, Italian, German, and English and French, so you could even translate my videos to make money that way. This is one of my biggest affiliates, and he's grown his account from 50k to 188k. These people have all been making money off my videos and selling my products. It's literally that easy. If you want to join, go to the comments section. Jesus' death on a cross is metaphorical for us falling from the higher planes of consciousness into a material plane. We sacrificed all of the higher planes of consciousness only to experience the thin visible spectrum of light. This is the first dimension, the second dimension, and the third, length, height, and width. The cube is what gives birth to the material plane. So we are in the cube. This is up, down, front, back, left, and right. This is why the Jews wear the cube and the Mecca cube, and there are cubes all around the world. Cube unfolded is the cross, which is the Jesus cross, the body, because our consciousness died when it came here because we suffered a loss of the higher planes of consciousness. The universe is created out of light. Low vibrating light turns into matter. High vibrating matter turns back into light. We are human. Hu means light. Man is manifested. We are light manifested into matter. The Bible says we're born into sin. Sin is sign, which is time, because we're born into a material plane where time exists. However, the elites worship the material world. They want to rule the material world and keep your mind stuck in third dimensional awareness. This is why they teach you this and evolution. And this is why they give you the false atom. They've trapped your mind in materialism because they've taught you that the universe is only physical. Stop wearing glasses. The longer you wear glasses and cover up your eyes, the thicker your glass gets because your eyes become worse. Your brain will adapt to the new thickness of the lens and the eye will start to work less. Your eyes are muscles. You need to train them to become stronger. You're blocking the sun's rays from getting into the eyes. Whatever is in your visual field goes into the brain, and then the brain will then affect the central nervous system. So whatever you see is having an effect on your whole body. This is why they don't want you looking at the sun anymore, because the sun's rays can actually heal the eyes and heal the body. This is why they promote sunglasses, because sunglasses block the sun from entering into your eyes and awakening your pineal gland and stimulating the body's electrical nervous system. So when you watch the solar eclipse tomorrow, you don't need to wear glasses, just watch it with your eyes. Reptilians do not exist. It is metaphorical for using the reptilian part of our brain. The 3 parts of the brain correspond with the 3 parts of the body. If you're operating your life out of your gut, you're in hell, which is the reptilian animal state. Osiris represents the reptilian brain. This is why he's green. Top half of the body is the higher self. The lower half of the body is the lower self. If you're operating your life out of these lower 3 centers, this is hell. Instead, you want to use the higher brain, the neocortex, where critical thinking and rationality takes place. This is why Neo from the Matrix is called Neo, because he awakens and uses his higher brain. The devil and the angel on your shoulder is an internal battle between your higher and lower self. The devil has goat horns, which is a ground animal. The angel has wings, which is a higher animal, which represents the higher self. Jesus and Satan, Horus and Set, the higher self and the lower self. Religion has externalized the truth so that you believe Jesus and Satan are outside of you. This is done so that you do not transmute all of the negative parts of yourself into positive and become the God mind.
Короче, вот мы стоим на горе, на скале, где пещера посланника Мухаммада саллаллаху алейхи ва саллям. Сейчас вам покажу. Я не знаю, что это происходит. Здесь из пальцев выходят. Так энергия какая-то или что, я не знаю, что это такое. Вот так я руку книгу поднимаю. Или как пальцы. Два пальца поднял, зло будет. Я научился управлять этими мисками. Не знаю, что это такое.
This happens because you're an electromagnetic creature. You don't just have a physical body, you have an etheric, astral and mental body. You have 7 energetic vortexes which go down the spine, plus you have them in your hands and feet. This is why the people who lose an arm or a limb can still feel the presence of it there and feel as if they're moving it. It's because their etheric body can never physically break. And this is how you know you never die. You are an energetic being. You are energy, not the physical body. The higher you go up in this physical plane on a mountain, the more stronger the ether is. So this is why their hands were connecting with the ether in the air. Jesus never existed. Jesus symbolizes the sun with his 12 disciples, the 12 zodiac signs, 4 gospels for the 4 seasons of the sun. That's why he's called the risen savior, the light of the world, the Son of God. 7 days, 7 planets. They worship their God on Sunday because Jesus is the sun. Easter is actually called the Passover because this is when the sun passes the winter and enters Aries, when the sun springs things back into life, the summer. This is when they eat lamb, because lamb is Aries, the ram. The sun dies on the Southern Crux constellation, the cross, every year on the 22nd of December. On the 25th of December, it is born again, every year, because it moves 1 degree northward, bringing back the sun to the northern hemisphere. Jesus, the Son, was born a virgin every year, and this is why we celebrate Christmas. Horus, the Egyptian sun god, 12 disciples, born on the 25th, dead for 3 days and resurrected, did miracles and born a virgin. Same with Mithra. Judas stabs Jesus in the back and betrays him. The constellation Scorpio is a J for Judas, and when the sun hits Scorpio, this means the sun is now entering the winter, meaning it's going to die and become dead. So it's betrayed by the Scorpio, the constellation J. Here's Jesus walking on water. It's the sun. Stop worshipping religion. It's all a scam. Potatoes are unhealthy, they are starchy and genetically modified. Beetroot is acidic to the human body, stay away from foods that grow under the ground. Egg bananas, they are starchy, they are genetically modified, acidic. Sweet corn is genetically modified, unnatural, acidic. Turmeric is genetically modified, the real turmeric is ginger, use the ginger instead. Coconuts, these are naturally grown on the earth, they are alkaline. Carrots are man-made, genetically modified, acidic. Peanuts, genetically modified, acidic. Grapes with the seeds are alkaline, they are naturally grown on the earth. Papaya is alkaline, use the seeds to eliminate parasites. Limes are acidic, use the key limes, the small ones with seeds. Key limes eliminate mucus. Kiwis are unnatural, they are genetically modified, acidic. Only eat oranges with the seeds, they are alkaline. Passion fruit is genetically modified, unnatural, acidic. Mangoes are naturally grown in the wild, alkaline. Dates with the seeds are alkaline, these are very good for putting on natural weight. Not all fruits and vegetables are healthy for your body because they are genetically modified and man-made. The food that was here on the day of creation assimilates with your body and becomes one with your body. The food that is generated by man will not. You need alkaline foods, people. If you have a yellow tongue, body odor, acne, skin issues, hair loss, runny nose, difficulty on the toilet, breath odor, and bloating, you need to detox your body. Jesus' fish is Satan. Satan is Saturn. You are born into sin. Sin is actually the sine wave. It is these sine waves which create time. God of this world is Satan, and Satan is Saturn, which is the world of time. We are born into sine, which is time, the sine wave of Saturn. Sin is not evil. It just means we incarnated to experience time and a physical creation, the cube. The God of this world, Satan, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe, because we are born into a limitation where we ignore our true divinity in favor for a more Saturnic energy, a physical experience. They say sin separates you from God. The emotion of bliss, love, and contentment flow into us from outside of time. Hate, anger, and jealousy can only exist in a world of time. The 7 deadly sins are 7 emotions which keep your vibration low to the construct of this physical world. They keep you in fear and negativity to keep you stuck in 3rd dimensional awareness. Our mind is not bound by time, but our body is. When we move our awareness to our consciousness, we move outside of time, space, and matter. And this is how to connect with God. What you are seeing here is the pattern of electromagnetism. This pattern creates the symbol of the seed of life. Everything is generated through electromagnetism. The electromagnetic torus field is the true atom of this physical universe. Looking down on this torus field, you would see the seed of life, which is the seed of creation. They tell you this is the real atom because they want you to believe the universe is only physical. It's actually holographic. Everything physical comes from the metaphysical, spiritual side of creation. The ancients understood this, but were not being taught electromagnetism today because it exposes the true cosmology of Earth. This is why you see Jesus pointing at his heart, because your heart is a vortex which produces this electromagnetic field around your body. This can be manipulated through emotion, which is energy in motion. Your emotions shouldn't be reactive. They are a creational force to manipulate energy and your electromagnetic field. They've lied about everything. We know nothing. The Masonic compass is a compass and a square. The compass for curves, which is the heavens, the dome. Square for flat planes, which is the earth, which then generates the Masonic Royal Arch symbol. It also represents the earth, the sun, the moon, the black sun, and Polaris. These are the symbols for the elements. The earth element is the sun, the moon, the black sun, and the flat plane. The sun rotates inwards and then outwards to create the summer and winter seasons. Tropic of Capricorn, the equator, and the Tropic of Cancer. The sun spirals inward to create a small rotation, which is summer for the northern hemisphere, then spirals outward to create the winter for the northern hemisphere, and repeats this process. The constellations are fixed and they rotate around us, creating a giant clock. The sun tells the time of day, the moon tells the month, and the stars tell the year. The sun and the moon rotate around the magnetic North Pole. This is the plane of inertia, planet Earth, and the northern lights come from the center. The sun and the moon represent the principle of creation, male and female. The sun being electric male, the moon being female, which is magnetic. They know this knowledge, but you don't. They want you dumb and stupid so that you don't know where you are and what you're doing here on this earth. But it's okay. I generated this book so you can find out the truth and so you can gain a purpose. Watch this. Trees have a frequency around 200 hertz. They make you feel grounded, happy, and they also emit energy, which charges your electromagnetic field. This map shows you the amount of trees in a lower class area. This is a higher class area. There are way more trees. Trees have the ability to ground you, which reduces inflammation and separates red blood cells from clusters, which makes the blood more fluid, which makes the heart work less, meaning it's keeping you more healthy. This is done intentionally. Let me know what you think about this. Weekend is when you're weakened from the weekdays. A daze is someone who's unable to think or react properly, a state of stunned confusion. Words are spells. This is why we call it spelling. Did you know your subconscious mind takes everything you say as truth? When you use these words, your subconscious mind is picking it up as truth. When you say something is good and say it's sick, you're calling yourself sick. Or bless is be less. Words are encoded and they have secret meanings. Veganism saving me. God is good. Listen is silent and love is evil. evil. You can't do this with the ancient languages. This is why they changed it. Because the Bible tells you death and life are in the power of the tongue. Because when you talk, you create torus fields, which is an electromagnetic wave. We actually live in cycles, which is a circle. The sun and the moon is the yin and the yang on the flat earth. The psych L is the L, which is the 12th letter, which is the 12 zodiacs. This is the cycle, the circle that we live in. Whatever you do, stop consuming seed oil. Smelly breath is not natural. Smell is coming from your gut, from the toxic food that you're putting inside of you. Body odor is also the rotten food inside of you coming out of your skin. Every 90 days, every cell in your body is brand new, made from the food that you have put in your body. And every 2 years, your whole body is brand new. Putting death in your body will result in aging quicker. Putting life in your body is the opposite. The sugar in fruit is not bad for you. You can eat as much as you want. Your bad breath, your body odor, is the rotting food inside of your stomach. You will never get bad breath or body odor with this. And did you know 80% of your immune system resides in the gut? Your gut is a second brain, and every disease is linked to the microbiome in your gut. Every 3 months, you should be cleansing the gut to get rid of all of the excess food that is left over. You can do this by juicing or consuming a fruit-only diet. This will help push out and eliminate any waste foods and toxic mucus within the gut. Goosebumps are piloerections, which happens when the two hemispheres of the brain are syncing together to create grey matter in the brain, which is the Christos, the Kundalini, which goes down the spine. Resurrection. Res is resh, meaning head. Erection is the piloerection. If you cannot create a piloerection by will, you cannot raise your Kundalini. If you can generate these goosebumps by will, you will feel a tingling sensation in the brain, which will then spread down the body. Use your mind to focus on this energy, this tingling sensation at the base of the spine, and raise it up to the brain again. You'll then feel your brain become hollow and filled with tingling sensations and light. It's one of the most divine experiences you could ever have. Oh, look at my skin. There's no goosebumps, nothing. This is all clear. Now watch this. This is mental control over the electric nervous system in the brain, sending electrical currents through the body. The tingling sensation you feel is the increase in brain activity. If you can't do it by will, you can practice this because it is a muscle. You can use frequencies as well to activate them. And when you feel the tingling sensation coming, you need to hold on to it and raise it from the base of the spine up to the brain. Laser technology was used to build the sophisticated buildings we see from the past. There is no way these buildings were carved from a hammer and chisel, nor was this built without the assistance of electrical advanced machines. The detail in these stone-carved buildings reflect how advanced the human mind was in these periods of time. These buildings you see are thousands of years old. What we've been told as history does not match with what we see. Well, that's because history is his story. A bank is a river bank because it directs the currency. Money is water. This is why we say liquidity. Sun and moon, masculine, feminine, fire and water. Money is moony. This is the water aspect, the female. Hence why there's a correlation between the full moon and the new moon and the forex market. The moon attracts the water's tides. This is why the sea levels are higher wherever the moon is. The moon has an effect on our mood because we are 80% water. Your birth certificate is not you. It's the corporation that you represent because you choose to identify yourself with the name, which is the corporation. When you die, you're called a corpse. You are not the name, you are the I am, which is the invisible intelligence, consciousness. You get charged in a court because you're a battery, and then sit in a cell, a battery cell. Don't use the code SPRING8 to get 26% off. Your head has this spiral, which is the Fibonacci sequence, which comes from the rotating fields of magnetism. Sound creates magnetic fields create electricity. The sound of you talking creates torus fields, which permeates the whole of creation. Everything manifests as a torus field. Literally everything, including yourself. Your heart is a vortex, and the pulsing sound of it creates this electromagnetic torus field around your body. If you looked down on this electromagnetic electromagnetic field, you'd see the flower or the lotus of life, which is the Fibonacci sequence. This field spirals inwards into the head and out on the feet or the torso. If you look down on your head, this is why you see this spiral. It comes from all of the spiraling of your electromagnetic field coming in the head, which is the crown chakra. Look at the symbol for the crown chakra. It's the flower, which has the same pattern as this. Your spirit is a spiral, a spiraling electromagnetic field. The Fibonacci sequence connects the macrocosm to the microcosm because this will go for infinity. This means you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are God made flesh. You are the universe. Watercress is alkaline, this is natural. Wild rocket is alkaline. Cherry tomatoes on the vine, alkaline. Bell peppers are alkaline, these are natural. Chestnut mushrooms, alkaline, these grow in the wild. Potatoes are man-made GMOs, unnatural. Butternut squash is alkaline. Courgettes, alkaline. Spinach is acidic, this is unnatural. Carrots are unnatural, they are acidic. Green peas, these are unnatural, acidic. Sweet corn, unnatural, this is a GMO. Lettuce, unnatural, man-made, acidic. Dates are natural, alkaline, very good for the blood. Apples are natural, they are alkaline. It's 1 o'clock and this is the first meal of the day. Have some dates, watercress, apples, cayenne pepper for blood circulation, sea moss for every mineral the body needs. And this is how to eat an alkaline electrical diet. The body runs off electricity, the cells need electric. This is feeding me power and electricity and getting every mineral the body needs. You don't need dead flesh for your protein. This is very good for muscles. Dates, watercress, good for detoxification. Apples, good for the digestive system and your teeth and your gum health. This is how to thrive. This book has been going viral for about a year now on all major platforms. It's basically a book containing the syncretism and connections between all fields of knowledge. This book will help you see and feel the divine connection between you and the universe. And when you understand yourself, consciousness, and the universe, it brings you a sense of well-being. The demand for this book is very high at the moment, as you could probably see in the comment sections underneath my videos. And the stock is very, very limited, so it will sell out soon. If you want to get yours, you might just miss out, so take into consideration now. If you have any questions about the book, please leave a comment or review down below. Thank you all for the orders and thank you all for the support. Pathways in activating 100% of the dormant brain cells. Here's the Olympic torch, here's the spinal column and the sacred river, the Jordan River. It's all symbolism for our spines. Queen's ceremony also represented this Kundalini process of activating the pineal gland. Standing on the red carpet, which is the root chakra, the red chakra, which activates the 3 strands, which represents the Ida, the Pingala nerves and the spine. The light appears up the spine, which then goes to the tree, which represents the brain, illuminating the brain. And this is where we get the word enlightenment, light in the mind. This process then gives you the armor of God in the Bible, which is gaining a strong electromagnetic field, protecting you from the influence of negative energy. Life is a file which gets recorded by the 2 eyes and stored within the mind. You do not encounter the external world. You experience electrical impulses on your nervous system. You do not see into reality. The eyes are black holes. They suck in the light and the image is produced in the visual cortex. There is no past and future. There's only an infinite and indefinite now, which is infinitely running. You're in a folded time and space simulation. Earth rearranged is heart, because your body is simulating Earth to your consciousness. When the heart stops, you leave Earth, which is the body. You are eternal. You never die. Death is a transition. Placing your fingers together completes the electrical circuit of your body. Your hands are manifestations of the two hemispheres of the brain. The left hemisphere controls the right hand side of the body. The right hemisphere controls the left side of the body. You can balance the two hemispheres of the brain by meditating with your hands together. People pray with the two hands together, not knowing the true metaphysical meaning. They teach you to write with your right hand or your left. This results in one of the hemispheres of the brain being unbalanced. If you're right-handed, this means your left hemisphere dominated. The left hemisphere sees the trees, but it does not see the woods. The right hemisphere produces a holistic view of reality. This is why people can never understand my work. It's because I am connecting the dots between all things, because most of the population are stuck in the left hemisphere. The right hemisphere sees humanity as one unified consciousness. The left hemisphere sees individual egos. They want us stuck in the left hemisphere, people. You have 5 fingers for the 5 elements. By connecting your fingers, you're actually balancing out the elements that you are made out of. Broccoli is man-made, not healthy. Spinach is acidic, this is man-made. Seedless grapes are acidic, they are hybrids. Guava is alkaline, this is natural. Papaya alkaline, use the seeds to eliminate parasites. Mangoes are naturally grown in the wild, they are alkaline. Cherries alkaline, use key limes instead of limes. Key limes have seeds and they are very small. Alkaline. Pears are alkaline. Red onions alkaline. Peanuts are acidic, they are man-made, they are hybrid GMOs. Coconuts very powerful, they are alkaline. Courgettes are alkaline. Spring onions, alkaline. Sweet corn is a GMO. This is not healthy, acidic. Use Jamaican avocados instead of the Hass avocados. If your fruit does not have seeds, that fruit cannot reproduce. It's genetically modified. This is a real grape. 80% of the fruit and veg that you consider to be healthy for your body is unhealthy. The Human Health Guide gives you a list of the fruits, nuts, vegetables, grains, oils that were here on the day of creation and not man-made. Language is secretly encoded. The letter I is the spine and brain. I and I are the same. Inside your brain is your invisible intelligence, consciousness, the one you refer to when you say I am. This is my body. That means it's not me, it's mine. I and the I am. Number 1 is one line, which is I as well. Every single one of us refers to ourselves as I, the one. Because me and you are one. We are all the same spark of the one observing consciousness. The Egyptians knew this. This is the one giving the Ankh, the life to all the different life forms. This is why we live in a universe. Uni is unite, meaning one. We are all one. You are the universe. This is why the golden rule is to treat others the way you want to be treated, because I am you and you are me. What I do to you affects my subconscious will affect me. Mind in Latin means mens. Mens became man. We are all man, which is mind. Behind all of these eyes is the same observing consciousness. Level up your life, people, during the Wisdom Academy. Everything is red and blue because it symbolizes the physical world. Democrats are blue, Republicans are red. You have a red tap and a blue tap, red pill and a blue pill. They want you to believe the model of the atom is this because they want you to believe everything is physical. Everything you call physical is actually a holographic. It's light waves slowed down in motion. The true model of the atom is an electromagnetic torus field. The proton, the electron, the neutron. Magnetism radiates, which then produces an electrical vibrational phenomena. The physical world is a product of electricity, hence why you see the pattern of it everywhere. The red and blue light produced by magnetism manifests its duality into the physical world, day and night, hot and cold, good and evil. The symbol for phi is the torus field. The physical world is the phi cycle, the cycle of the atom, the torus field. Circle is the psych-L. L means God. L is the 12th letter. 12 zodiac signs. The zodiac is the cycle of the electromagnetic torus field. So much more that goes into this, but if you want more information, read the book. Pineapple is man-made, acidic. Pears are alkaline. Apples, alkaline, do not use the shiny ones, they are waxed. Instead, use the non-shiny. Seeded dates are alkaline. Big bananas are man-made, full of starch, acidic. If the oranges have seeds, alkaline. Cherries are alkaline. Strawberries, alkaline. Dragon fruit, acidic, man-made. Pomegranate is harmful, it's acidic, it's man-made. Seedless watermelons, acidic, man-made. Figs, alkaline. Papaya, alkaline. Bell peppers, alkaline. Garlic is toxic, acidic. Lettuce, acidic. Cucumber, alkaline. Tomatoes, alkaline, very high in iron. Gain the ability to shop with precision for products and foods that are beneficial for the human body. This human health guide grants you a key to revitalize your body and bring about the feeling of happiness and well-being. Turmeric is unhealthy, so is lemon and carrot. These foods were not created by nature. They were created in labs, genetically modified. None of these foods were here on the day of creation, which means they are unnatural to your body. Your body does not know what to do with them. Potato, matoke, and big bananas all contain starch. This will thicken the blood and cause clogs within your digestive system. All the foods that were here in the beginning were all alkaline. Our body needs to be in an alkaline state. When we consume acidic foods, this is when parasites and diseases can thrive. Once you move to the alkaline diet, you will never go back. This human health guide will tell you everything you need to know and everything you need to avoid to maintain optimal health. Alcohol means body-eating spirit, al-Kul in Arabic, hence why vodka is called spirit. Jinn is a jinn, which are invisible creatures in early religions. This is where jinx comes from. When you jinx something, it means bad luck, because the spiritual planes is what they are hiding from you. They want you to believe everything is just physical. Jay-Z's alcohol brand has a Knight Templar symbol called the Cross of Lorraine, which is one of the highest orders of Freemasonry. Alcohol destroys the connection between your oversoul and your physical body by destroying brain cells, which then makes you more vulnerable for demons to enter your electromagnetic field and take control. Society is being ran by an ancient dark cult which uses black magic and the dark usage of alcohol. Why do you think these are illegal and this is legal? Your brain's the Garden of Eden. The pineal gland is the throne of God and the gateway to heaven. The Pope's staff represents the spine and the two Kundalini channels and the pineal gland. Salvation is salt. The brain produces a salt, a fluid which goes down the spine, which you must resurrect through your erectional energy back to the head, which is Resh, in Hebrew for head. By following the word of God, following your inner guide, you save your salt and you raise it. Once you do this, you then have the key into the kingdom of heavens, the realms beyond the physical, to access the dimensions within your mind. Also the Holy Grail, or the power symbol. In the Vatican, you have the pine cone, and this is the head. It is the Pope holding the pine cone. We are all God. There is no God outside of you. Everything is God. All religions were made to make you look outside yourself so that you can become powerless. All religions are corporations. It's all a scam to keep you a slave. Adam and touch God, the invisible intelligence, and become the higher self. If you want to raise your consciousness, you cannot eat meat. The sun is local. It only sets due to our perspective of its setting. The sun never truly sets. It moves across a flat plane, only setting to the human vision. If it was truly 93 million miles away, how could something so big become so small when setting? It is all an illusion. How is it that the sun can be underneath the clouds when it is meant to be 93 million miles away? It's impossible for the sun and the moon to be out at the same time. The stars have never changed ever since the day of creation. The stars are lights which influence our body, mind and consciousness. NASA are using fisheye lenses. When we go up to the same height, we never see the same curvature. They are hiding the true cosmology. They are hiding the divine creation that we are in. 6 is the number of time, space and matter. 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, 24 hours in a day. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Altogether, that's 666. The cube has 6 sides, and this is the geometric shape which gives rise to matter. Everything inside of the physical world has 6 sides: up, down, right, left, back and forward. We live in a 3-dimensional physical world where everything has 6 sides. The cross of Jesus is an unfolded cube. In Mecca, they worship the black cube. and the famous toy of Jack in the Box. Cube symbolizes the physical plane, the triangle symbolizes the ethereal plane. In order to project our consciousness outside of the physical plane, where we are not bound by time, space and matter, you have to think outside the box. It's truth in plain sight. We are Jack in the Box. The North Pole of Saturn, you have the cube. Add up all the sides, it creates a 6-pointed star with 6 mini triangles and 6 sides, 666. We are created out of carbon, and carbon is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. The body is the mark of the beast because this is the mark of time, space and matter. Our consciousness is hexed into time, space and matter. And that's why the Bible says Satan, who is the god of this world. Satan is Saturn. Saturn is the god of this world. Saturn is pretty much the computer that we are in. Freemasons wear the M symbol, which is the same symbol for Gmail. The G is the Masonic G. The M is the mother. This is why they wear it in the genital area. The mother makes you into matter. Once you're made into matter, she delivers the male. Women hold a stargate within them. Everyone in this world has come through the mother into matter. This is why the female is so important. 0 and 1, the binary code of all creation. 0's the woman, the 1's the male. The male is the master over the physical world. This is why he is strong. The female is the master of the spiritual world. This is why she is very intuitive and sensitive to energy. The male is electric. This is a penetrating force. Female is magnetic. She attracts. Electric and magnetic, electromagnetism. If you understand electromagnetism, you understand everything. Everything is electromagnetic. It is the real atom. Stick around if you want me to blow your mind. Hue, man. Hue means an attribute of a color. Color is light. We are light manifested into physical form. If you know anything about electromagnetism, you know these mini torus fields create reality. They are the true atoms. Each torus field is 1 unit of light. So then you go to Genesis and look at what the first thing ever created was. Let there be light. Genesis 1:3. John 1:5. God is light. So this means atoms are 1 unit of light, and these atoms create everything. This means everything is God. You are God, and everything you see around you is God. We live inside of the mind of God. So God, Allah, and Elohim all add up to 26 or 62. Add that together, that is 8. The symbol for the 8 comes from the torus field. Everything is infinite, everything is light, and everything is God. There is no God outside of you. We need to stop worshipping these false humanistic gods within religion, and we all need to manifest the God mind because we are all God. And this is why the Bible says, ye are gods, you are all sons of the Most High. We are microcosms of the macrocosm. Earth is darkness, it produces no light. All of the light comes from above in the heavens. This is why all religions stem back to the worshipping of the stars. Without them, we would be dead. Why do you think Jesus is called the risen Savior, the light of the world, and has 12 disciples for the 12 constellations? Sun rises every morning and saves you. He's the risen Savior. Your body is the darkness, your consciousness is the light. Out of the darkness, ye must rise upwards, one with the light and one with the stars. The emerald tablets of Thoth. Why do you think the Freemasons always show a ladder up to the celestial stars above and depict all of the light coming from above? They want you to believe this to keep you stuck down here within the darkness. The stars represent the higher realms beyond the earth. Beyond the stars is the astral plane. This is why the word astral has star within it. Change this to astro, astronomy. Space is fate. Earth rearranged is heart. Heart means middle. This is why the Freemasons stand on the checkerboard. It represents duality, good and evil, day and night. Stuck within the cage, the rib cage. You're in a prison cell because you're made out of cells. You are hexed in physical matter. This is the X, the hex. The hexagram's a cube unfolded is the cross. You need to escape the physical world, the 3-dimensional matrix, which is the world of Satan, because Satan gives you the mark of the beast, the physical body, the 666 carbon suit, and then blinds your mind. Your mind is completely separate from the physical world. Through physical pleasures and lack of understanding of yourself, you think your mind is part of your physical body, when in reality they are 2 separate things. Your mind is completely separate from your physical body. The physical world is a dimension within your mind. Men means mind, mental. Mind in Latin means mens. In order to escape the three-dimensional physical world, you have to fully detach your mind from your body. Meditation is key in transcending the 3D world and traveling the depths of your mind. Mind and matter is one. They are different dimensions within your mind. When you dream, your mind creates matter. This is why mind and matter are one. The cube is the shape that gives rise to physical matter. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom, paperback and PDF. Less is be less you. When something is really good, we say that is sick. Another word for good is wicked. That is wicked. The English language is full of hidden spells. This is why we call it spelling, because every word you say is creating torus fields, which is energy and frequency. Frequency is the only thing that can penetrate your body without your consent. You can choose what you put into your body, but you cannot choose what you hear. Every frequency you listen to and produce has an effect on your cells and electromagnetic field. When this field becomes destroyed, your body becomes destroyed, because energy and frequency comes before physical matter. It is the creator of physical matter. English is the most spoken language in the world. They want everyone to speak it because it's filled with double meaning words which cast hidden spells. Mourning is the feeling you feel when someone has died. Why do you think the Bible says death and life are in the power of the tongue? Alkaline versus acidic food. Carrots, man-made, acidic. Seeded dates, powerful, alkaline. Sugarcane, this is acidic. You will never find this growing on its own. Organic apples, very good for the blood, alkaline. These bananas are acidic. They are hybrid. They are full of starch. This will harm you. Dragon fruit, acidic. You will never find this growing on its own. It was not here on the day of creation. Mangoes, alkaline. Blueberries are very powerful for the brain and the eyes, alkaline. Raspberries, very good for the blood, alkaline. Stay away from anything that grows under the ground. You want things that are charged by the sun. Potatoes are full of starch. They are man-made. God never made anything with starch, acidic. These baby bananas are the real bananas. Lettuce is acidic. This will never be grown on its own, man-made. Instead of the Hass avocados, use the Jamaican avocados. Spring onion, alkaline, very good for detoxification. Coconuts, alkaline. Plantain, full of starch, acidic. Walnuts, shaped like the brain, very good for the brain, alkaline. Butternut squash, alkaline. Genetically modified food will genetically modify you. Stay away from all hybrid and man-made food. Stop eating when the sun is setting. When you chew, chew until it becomes a liquid. Your digestive system can't digest chunks of food. The sun powers your digestive system and your body. When the sun is not present and you eat something, this is going to cause problems within your digestive system. Stop mixing foods. Mixing animal flesh with potato and bread will cause the food to solidify within your stomach, leading to constipation and the birth of parasites within your body. Acne is undigested food coming through your skin. The digestive system cannot digest all of the toxins, so it has to find a way out and it comes through the skin. Your cells are electric. Your brain is electric. Your central nervous system is electric. And you are electromagnetic. The body runs off electricity. It is an electrical machine. Therefore, your body and your cells needs to be charged by electric food, which is grown under the electric sun. Sun's rays crystallize within the food that is grown underneath the sun. This is why you can see the glowing aura of an apple compared to a slice of flesh. This is dead. You do not want dead things within your body. It will not charge you. Your teeth are not made to rip open flesh. Veganism rearranged is saving me. And your intestines are not like a lion's or a dog's. All the legends in the past knew this, and this is why they were all vegan. The truth about reptilians. Reptilians do not exist. It is metaphorical for using the lower mind. 3 parts of the brain correspond with the 3 parts of the body. The body is a reflection of the higher and the lower self. Stop thinking about reproduction, food and power and think about expression, intuition and wisdom. Because your head is heaven, your heart is earth and your heel is hell. They are not physical places, they are mind states. If you're operating your life out of the gut and thinking with your lower half of the body, you're in hell. You need to become Neo from the Matrix and use the neocortex, the higher brain, and wake up. Jesus and Satan, which is the devil and the angel on your shoulder. It's the internal battle between the higher and the lower self. Religions have externalized this so that you worship their false gods to give away your energy. Devil has a goat, which is a ground animal, the lower self. The angel has wings, which is the higher self, the bird. People in charge are demon worshippers, and they are cannibals. They're operating off their reptilian brain. The link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom. What is your biggest secret? The secret I'm about to tell you will change your life forever. Your subconscious mind manifests 90% of your daily basis behavior and thought patterns. What you did today is more than likely you're going to do tomorrow. This is because of the programs within your subconscious. You've generated these programs through emotion and repetition. The subconscious mind takes everything literally. Whatever you say and feel, that is what you tell your mind you want. If you think and feel consistently that you have something before you have it, you generate a program within your subconscious, which will then manifest into 90% of your thought patterns, meaning you will generate thoughts on how to achieve this, and it will manifest into 90% of your actions on a daily basis. And that, my friend, is how you manifest your own life.
Buckingham Palace has just released a statement about the health of the King. It says this: subsequent diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer.
The King is a great fan and always promoter of alternative medicine. He would not be one for chemotherapy. He's always argued against it. He's a great believer in natural herbs and potions and things like that. The King is a great believer in it. And I was always, last night, I was very surprised that people kept on saying, well, he's going to have chemotherapy or radiation or the rest of it. You know, he doesn't believe in it. He does not believe in it.
The pharmacy is a harmacy. Illnesses exist on a low frequency. When we consume low vibrational foods, we lower our frequency to match the illnesses. If you have something wrong with your body, it's more than likely that you have an acidic-based environment. Bacteria can thrive in an acidic-based environment. We need to raise our frequency and turn to the alkaline environment in order to heal our body. If I have anything wrong with my body, I'll do 2 weeks with one fruit to cleanse the digestive system. Then I'll go on a fast, only consuming water and herbal teas. When your digestive system is inactive, the energy used to digest food can be used to heal the body. Mother Nature provides you with everything to survive and thrive, and the King knows this. What you are seeing here is the reflection of the ancient human mind. Not only do these outstanding details show beauty, but it is living proof and a physical manifestation of a sophisticated and advanced mind. Hence why the word environment has ment within it, because the universe is mental. Our external world is a mirror of the human mind. Not one mind of today could create such a design. They want you to believe aliens or some other species generated these buildings, but the truth is, aliens do not exist. We were so more advanced than we are today. Not just advanced within technology, but our minds were connected with our hearts. We lived in unity as one human family and one with the earth and animals. It is truly a shame to see the mindsets of the masses today. We lack understanding that our minds mirror our external world, and this results in a chaotic society. And please remember, aliens do not exist. Jesus and Satan do not exist. It's a metaphor for the battle between your consciousness and your body. Religion is a scam. Your body desires lust, food and power, but your consciousness wants love, expression, intuition and wisdom. They've externalized the truth so that you think that you are your body, which is hell, heel. The church is a business, and it's to keep you in your lower state of consciousness so that they can control you. Every religious text has an exoteric and an esoteric meaning. Exoteric is what is taught to the public, which is external. Esoteric is the internal teachings of the scriptures. Jesus and Satan, Horus and Set, the devil and the angel on your shoulder. The reason why religions have so much in common is because they're all different ways of metaphorically talking about the battle between your consciousness and your physical body. They want you to believe that you're physical, to hide all the different dimensions of yourself, mental, astral, and etheric. When you give praise to external gods with outside of you, you are giving your energy into the astral plane. They're literally summoning your energy within their spirit realm. Because of religion, when you empty the mind and focus on your internal self, you attract energy to you, which can be used to create your life. We are all God in disguise. Our consciousness is God, but the body is of this world. Why do you think the side of your head regions are called temples? Because the head region is the temple of God, the temple of your consciousness. This book will tell you everything you need to know. The link is in my When we breathe, our lungs produce DMT. This is known as the spirit molecule, hence why the word Spirit in Latin means to breathe. When we breathe properly, we gain a deeper connection with our spirit self because it activates the crystals which are on our pineal gland. The pineal gland is a radio receiver for our non-physical form. You become more conscious the deeper and the more you breathe, and you're increasing a connection with your spirit. You should never breathe through the mouth. Only breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. When we breathe, we send new energy, new air into the brain, activating the pineal gland and the hypothalamus. When these are fully activated, we become conscious of the unconscious. We gain the ability to see beyond what we can physically see. Try out this breathing exercise. Breathe deeply in through the nose, into your stomach and not your lungs. Push the breath down into your stomach. Breathe as deep as possible until your lungs are full. Breathe out through the mouth slower than you breathed in. Do this for 15 minutes and remember, never breathe through your mouth. What you will see here is the etheric energy blueprint behind an object. Even though a section have been cut off, the energy body is still present. This is why when people lose their limbs, they can still feel it present, because the etheric body can never be broken. This proves that we are not the body. You are the spirit inside of the body. If you don't believe me, you can literally do this exercise yourself to activate your bodies. This is called astral projection. It's using your mind to project your consciousness into the astral plane, the realm of imagination. This was talked about in the Bible when Jesus walks on water. It's a metaphor for astral projection. The water is the ether, the barrier between the physical and the spiritual planes. Before you do this, you need to make sure you're in a good, high vibrational mindset. Whatever frequency you are vibrating on, you will match within the astral planes. For example, if you are vibrating very low, you will meet beings, entities that are vibrating very low. This is what we call demons. Once you are in the right mindset, you need to lie down flat with no body parts touching. Rest every single muscle and be still as possible. Close your eyes, breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Focus your attention on the center of the brain, the place of the consciousness. You need to do this for at least 10 to 15 minutes until you are just left with an empty mind. Now you want to use your mind to imagine yourself pulling a rope up into the sky. Imagine yourself floating above your body. One thing that you must never do if you do successfully astral project is never look into the mirrors. 7 is the number of matter. 12 is the number of mind. This is why you have 7 planets. The orbiting 7 energies form and give rise to the physical world. If you take away one of the planets, we cease to exist. The stem of the tree belongs to the sun. The roots belong to Saturn. The leaves to the moon. The fruit to Jupiter, the thorns to Mars, and the seed of the tree to Mercury. Mercury is known as the messenger of the gods in ancient mythology. This is because it rules the right brain, which is to do with our 5 senses. The right brain is decoding the messages from the central nervous system. It's the messenger of the gods. We are not in space and there is no spinning rocks as planets. They are energies, they are lights. This was created by Jesuits to hide the power of astrology. We live in a divine balanced creation. The sun is male, the moon is female, gives you energy, takes your energy, yin and yang. All physical elements, this is the earth element, it's showing you the earth is flat, the sun and the moon, the land and the black sun. The book you see in all my videos, it's called the Book of Wisdom. It literally goes through everything you need to know in order to understand the truth. From the planes of existence in the different dimensions of your mind, to astral projection, to the 5 elements, the true cosmology, celestial energies, and ascension. If you have any questions about the book, just leave a comment. Shut your eyes, you can feel your awareness in the center of the brain. You refer to this being as I. The letter I and the number 1 is one line. Because there is only one, and we are all the one expressed in different bodies. The Egyptians knew this. This is the one giving out the Ankh to all the different life forms. This is why 1 is the only true number. Everything goes up in 1. Me and you are the exact same consciousness. Why do you think the golden rule is to treat others like you want to be treated? We are all mind. Men means mind in Latin. Jesus was known as the fisher of men. He wasn't fishing men, he was fishing minds. Bright minds that are worthy of knowing the truth. God exists within the highest realm of your being, your mind. If you constantly listen to your God intelligence, which is always telling you the right thing to do, this is how to become closer to God. You need to stop living off the body's desire and turn to the higher self, the higher realms of your mind. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom, paperback and PDF. Cymatic plates give the ability to visualize sound and frequency. Every frequency has its own geometric pattern. Frequency, energy and vibration is what molds the physical world around us. The ancients had a deep understanding of this and reflected geometry within their building. Churches were never a thing. These buildings were not used for worship, instead used for healing with frequency and sound. Because your body is 80% water, the frequency produced by the organs within these cathedrals would heal the people in the building. They were called organs because they healed your organs. Every word that you speak and hear, every thought that you think, and every emotion that you feel is a cymatic frequency, either benefiting you or destroying you. There was a period of time where all of the ancient healing bells were taken and destroyed. We need to rebel and rebel the buildings with these healing frequencies. Not long after this, they changed the standard music tune into A440 Hz, which is hurtful to the brain and our cells. This is why I stay far away from Spotify, Apple Music and YouTube for music. Experience genuine binaural beats with Mindwave Hub. They produce meditation tracks, hemisync tracks and all sorts of great frequencies which are going to benefit you. The link's in my bio to join. Three meals a day keeps you in your lower three energy centers. Why do you think they're all red, orange and yellow? Because they're keeping you stuck in your lower three energy centers. These energy centers are literally mini brains. You are thinking with them. Just because you are hungry does not mean you should eat. You are being impulsive and living off the lower brain. The Lamb of God is your higher brain, the cerebrum, because Aries rules the head region and this is the ram in your brain. Neo from the Matrix is named after the neocortex, the higher brain. This is where you awaken your divinity. Heel is hell, heart is earth and head is heaven. They are states of consciousness, not physical places. Now if you want to get this book, the link is in the bio. It's called The Book of Wisdom. If you meditate and you listen to binaural beats while doing so, stop listening to the ones on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Music because they're not the frequency that they say they are. We produce genuine binaural beats and genuine solfeggio scale frequencies on a weekly basis. If you want to join the Mindwave Hub, come and get the collection of genuine frequencies. The Holy Grail is your neck and head. It's a cup because the sun and the moon represent the pineal and the pituitary gland, the two male and female spiritual glands in the brain. The pineal gland produces melatonin, the pituitary produces serotonin. Every time the moon enters your sun sign, it fills the cup, and then two fluids take a trip down the spine to the solar plexus, which is the cave where Jesus dies for 2 days. If you save your you-know-what energy, you resurrect this oil. Res is resh, which is Hebrew for the head. Erection is your stimulation. Raising your erection energy to the head is the true resurrection of Christ. When you raise this fluid up the 33 vertebrae back to the brain, it heals the body and regulates the blood. This is why the medical staff is the kundalini, spine and the two hemispheres of the brain. It also activates 100% of the brain. Christ is Christos, which is Greek for oil. You raise the Christ up the 33 vertebrae to be born again in John 3:3. And this is why Jesus was crucified in Golgotha, which translates to a place in the skull. This is also the story of Santa and Hickory Hickory Dock up and down the clock. The Antichrist is not what you think. Hiding this process which happens in the body, which can regulate the systems in the body and make you live for hundreds of years, is the true Antichrist. Link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom, paperback or PDF. Jesus never existed. The upper room where Jesus meets the 12 disciples are the 12 cranial nerves in the brain. These nerves send messages to the body below, which is the 12 disciples spreading the gospel of Jesus. Jesus never resurrected from the dead. The word res is resh, which comes from Hebrew, which is the head. Erection is a you-know-what stimulation. The resurrection is metaphorical and an internal process, from transmuting sexual energy to activate 100% of the brain and stimulate the pineal gland, known as being born again in John 3:3. The pineal gland is the seat of your intelligence, the seat of your invisible being. Your brain is a supercomputer for your divine intelligence. The Bible is a manuscript to activate your God powers. They've externalized the truth to keep you a slave, to keep you stuck in your lower states of consciousness. Jesus was not historical. The Bible's not meant to be taken as history. You have a spiritual and a material form. When you're stuck in your lower three senses, you are the devil, Satan. When you're in your highest states of consciousness, you manifest God, the Spirit of God. This book's called the Book of Wisdom. If you want to get yours, the link is in the bio. Jesus never existed. The Last Supper is astrology. 12 constellations, 12 disciples. There are 4 groups of 3 for the 3 months in each season, spring, summer, fall, winter, which creates the 4 Gospels, the 4 seasons of the sun, because Jesus represents the sun, gives and takes, day and night, summer and winter. Aries is the first constellation, and Aries rules the head region. This is why Aries is standing on the head of the table. Taurus is the neck and throat. Taurus is the bull, and they have thick necks. Gemini is the 2 twins, which rules the 2 hands, the 2 arms, and the 2 lungs. Particles do not exist, only electromagnetic fields. This is why nature is electromagnetism. Atoms are actually electromagnetic toroidal fields. At the center of every torus field there is a black hole and a white hole. White hole is white light, which is magnetism, which splits into 2 electrical components. The white light gives birth to redshift, which is explosiveness out of counter space, which manifests into the male action taker, the outforce. Once the spiraling field loses its momentum, it seeks back into rest, which is blue shift, which manifests as the female, which is the in-force. This is seeking safety. Physical matter, what we see, is a result of these 2 forces equalized on the plane of inertia, which gives you planet Earth. Yes, it's a flat plane. The magnetic light creates the 2 electrical effects, red and blue. This is why everything is red and blue. Red and blue pill on the matrix, red and blue tap, red and blue siren. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you want to learn more, the link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom. There is paperbacks and PDFs. They keep you stuck in your left hemisphere of the brain. The right hemisphere is to do with creativity, intuition, and visualization. Instead, they want you to think logically. The eyes are a part of the brain. They produce the visual field. The brain then creates the perception of the visual field. For example, if you're in a woods, the right hemisphere sees a holistic view of reality. It sees the woods as one entity. The left hemisphere analyzes and breaks down the perception created by the right hemisphere, meaning it's breaking down the woods into individual trees and branches. So they want you stuck in your left hemisphere so you do not see the connections between the external world and your body and your consciousness. John 21:6, cast the net onto the right hand side of the boat and you will find fish. This is symbolic for moving your perception into the right hemisphere of the brain to see a unified perception of reality, to see the links between all things. For example, how you have 5 fingers, 5 points on the body for the 5 elements. In school, you are told to think logically. You're told what to do. You cannot create. You cannot use the right hemisphere. Spotify, Apple Music, and all of the music is tuned to 440 Hz, which shuts down the right hemisphere of the brain. Your mind is not your brain. The brain's the computer. Your mind's the invisible intelligence controlling the brain. If you want to learn more, the link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom.